Today is a big day for you. You've been unemployed for some time now, and after sending your resume to endless job offers, you finally got an interview at a really good company. Like most humans on Earth, you don't care much about working, but you need money to survive. Especially after spending all of your savings on your latest addiction, old recipe books. Why? You don't even like cooking! You also have unlimited access to hundreds of thousands of cooking recipes on the interweb, so why bother having physical books? Cause you never know what you don't know. Your reasoning is that they're vintage! What the? Anyway, as we were saying, the interview we talked about, it's today. Currently, you're on your way there, going over your answers to the most common job interview questions in your head. What makes you unique? I'm desperate for work. What motivates you? Money. Why should we hire you? Because you need employees? Easy peasy. Your answers are full of confidence and charm, and you're sure you'll land this job. You're feeling so confident in yourself, you think you might even be able to catch a horse falling from a skyscraper, if you ever see it happen. A bit unrealistic, but the chances are never zero. I mean, have you ever tried to lift a horse? Those things are not light! As your mind kept making up wild scenarios, a text notification makes you stop in your tracks. Check your phone. You're greeted with a new text message from your best friend, David. Hey! Can you come over? I need your help. This guy is unbelievable! You told him days ago that you had an appointment for an interview. Today, at this hour. And now he's asking for your help? Is he doing this on purpose? David has been your friend since you were freshmen in high school. He's a bit of a handful and you keep saving him from trouble, but you say he's your ride or die. You remember that one time in high school when David thought it would be fun to throw the classroom's chalkboard out the window. That started a trend, and only a few weeks later, your school lost all of its chalkboards. At the time, it was funny, but since you've grown older, and you like to believe you've matured as well, vandalism doesn't really resonate with you as much, Vandalism doesn't really resonate with you as much nowadays. However, David hasn't really had as much of a character development as yourself. He still gets himself involved in the craziest situations. You're a bit apprehensive about what he needs help with. Still, this guy is your best friend, and you feel like helping him out would be the right choice. But the interview! This is your golden chance to become a proper member of society again! What you do? Fuck you, David! You know what? Sometimes you gotta do what's best for you. You gotta always be doing what others expect you to. You're no pushover. The interview is going to be the change your life needs. You can feel it in your bones. So you go your intended way, leaving your friend on red. Sorry, David! It's been months since that day, and David has not texted you since. Oh no! Even though you tried to get in touch with him again, it seems he's no longer interested in your friendship. You try to make peace with your feelings by thinking that if he was a good friend, he wouldn't treat you like this for your choice. Oh, on the bright side, you nailed the interview and got the job. All's well that ends well. Ending 1. Lost a friend. Gains economic stability. Fine, David, I'll go help you, considering in another timeline you would have just buggered off. Maybe you'll regret it later on, but you can't just leave your closest friend hanging like that. Yes, you can. And so you forget about being employed and head to his house. Here you are, in front of David's house. You knock on the door, thoughts of your missed interview still lingering in your mind. A sigh escapes you as the door finally opens, and a voice full of worry greets you. Lion! He tackles you into a hug, make you stumble. Oh, thank you so much for coming. I hope I didn't catch you at a bad time. You actually did catch me at a bad time! David breaks the hug, and his happy expression changes to one of shock. He looks like he's about to cry. Now you feel terrible. He reminds you of a caged puppy. No, it's fine. Wasn't important anyway. Please, don't make that face. David smiles sheepishly at your words and lets you inside. Stepping into his living room, you look around to see if there is anything that might require your immediate assistance, but you spot nothing. Well, what do you need help with? David diverts his gaze, not making eye contact with you. He looks shy. Actually, before we get to that, There's something I need to tell you. Oh. 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 Is this going where you think it's going? Is he going to confess to you? You expected this to happen someday. You're just way too charming. Friendship was never an option with this guy, it seems. But you don't want to deal with this today. You need to act fast. Yeah. You dragged me all the way out here just to tell me you love me? Well, no! I'm already in love with someone else! The words rush out of your mouth without a second thought. That's great, I think. He looks confused. Did you make a mistake? An awkward silence fills the room. You're rather embarrassed to ask for clarification. Maybe you should change the topic? Before we can start talking about your old recipe books collection, David speaks up first. So, who are you in love with? Why do you care, bruh? You're the one who started talking about that. It's obvious he'd want to know the person you're in love with if he has feelings for you. However, you refuse to entertain this conversation any longer since your only crush at the moment is your wish to disappear from planet Earth. More awkward silence fills the room. You want to curl up and die. Thankfully, David speaks up first once again. Should I finish what I was saying before? Yes! What I needed to tell you was that, the thing I need help with is very out of the ordinary. It's something I've never had to deal with, and I don't want you to be too surprised because of it. Do you need me to jerk you off? So I, just want to ask you to please trust me, alright? Confessing one's feelings can't be this serious. Still, you're not. Alright, what are we doing then? You'll see. Follow me. He brings you to the door that leads to the basement. It's rather spooky now that you think about it. At the same time, isn't this quite romantic? Is he going to simulate a night dinner in his basement to properly reveal his love for you? A very interesting scenario, and also one you could see your eccentric friend coming up with. The moment he opens the door, you smell something. Something that smells really bad coming from somewhere deep in his basement. This guy is bad at cooking, but this bad? You stop before the stairs, your face scrunched up. David, what the hell is that smell? I don't know. I think it might be the humidity. That is not how humidity smells. You know it because your apartment bathroom has trouble with ventilation and the walls are full of mold. But you're curious now, so you follow him downstairs to the basement floor, unsure of what to expect. Down in the basement, in the middle of the shadows, you spot what seems to be a body? Why is there a dead body? You can't suppress what you scream next. Oh, thank God! Thank God for what? I thought you were going to confess. The heck? You're not even my type. Well, fuck you! Excuse me? I'm going to take offense at that. You're gonna regret that, you little shit! Now there's gonna be 2 dead bodies and one of them's not me! Even though you didn't want him to confess to you, it does not mean he can just call you unattractive. He did not do that, by the way. You grab a very conveniently placed rake and swing it at him. What the fuck? David is no longer moving nor twitching, so you take it that he's dead. Hooray, you finished your op. Now, the real question is what to do with 2 bodies. Somehow you managed to hide all the evidence by yourself. This whole experience has taught you something very important. Your ex-friend really was a bum. How come he couldn't deal with 1 dead body, yet you managed to hide 2? Unbelievable. You guess you could say you're happy you got rid of the burden. And by burden, you mean David, of course. Ending 3, toxic friendship no more. Okay, what if I just mentally prepare myself first instead of reject him outright? Wait, before we finish this convo, can I use the bathroom? David looks surprised, but nods. Yeah, sure, you know where it is, right? You nod and thank him shortly before making your way there. Standing in front of the sink, you inhale and exhale slowly. Your heart is beating fast and your mind is a mess. And yet, thinking that he's going to profess his eternal love to you, it gives you the creeps. Leaving his house is high priority now. But another part of you pities David. Confessing one's feelings is no easy task. Maybe he deserves this tiny bit of respect. Let's get out of here. He disrespected you the moment he decided to fall in love with you. You decided. You need to think of an excuse to get out of here fast. Having left the bathroom, you make your way to the living room. David is still waiting for you, and he turns around when he hears your steps. You avoid making eye contact with him, nervous to a fault. I'm sorry, but I need to go. Something terrible happened. Why? What happened? I killed you. My mom texted me. She said my dog just ate all my recipe books. You don't have a dog, though? Well, that just tells me how little you actually care about me. He's not wrong, you don't have a dog, but you're not going to back off now. So you might as well gaslight him. If you even cared a little bit about my personal life, you know that I have a 5-year-old Pomeranian male pup. I've never seen a dog at your house. He's small. He likes to hide. You don't know what else to say, so you simply give him a disappointed look. I don't understand what's going on. Anyway, bye. Before he can finish his sentence, you dash out of the door and go far, far away, not turning around even once. Was that dramatic? Sure. Did it feel like the right thing to do? Yep. David spammed me chat for a few hours after, but he stopped after the day could end. Well, before the day could end. You felt relief at that. You haven't even checked his messages, afraid to find a written confession. That was until you watched the news the next morning. Your friend's name and photo were on TV. His face was blurred out, but you could still recognize him despite everything. He had been detained for a murder crime. Oh boy. Did he kill someone out of rage because you didn't care about listening to his confession? What a prick. You decide that you will be more careful when choosing your friends from now on. Adding 2. Better safe than sorry. Fine, let's face the confession. Yep, you're gonna listen to his confession and reject him properly. You leave the bathroom and walk back to the living room, grimacing when you see David. Before he notices your reaction, you change it to a poker face. Everything okay? Yeah, so you were saying? David is once again looking shyly around the room. Here it comes. Well, you know how I asked you to come over here so you could help me, right? It's just, the thing I need help with is very unique, and I don't want you to be too surprised about it. Okay, I'm just gonna I can't skip through. I thought this was the same thing as before. What I'm trying to say is, I need you to trust me, okay? That's a weird way to start off a conversation, but you're not going to critique the guy for his choice of words. Yeah, maybe he has a plan. Alright, so, what are we doing then? You'll see. Follow me. He brings you to the door that leads to the basement. It's rather spooky now that you think about it. At the same time, isn't this quite romantic? Oh, I can finally skip. Yay! Dead body! I am going to let it slide, also like he deserves to die for not wanting a piece of this. Perhaps you should have felt offense at that, but you'll let it go. You take a deep breath and smile tightly. Let's forget about all that, shall we? So, care to explain what's going on? As you can see, I got myself into quite a pickle. I'm pretty sure you can guess what I need you for, but let me ask you anyway. Could you help me get rid of this mess? Nope. Your relationship be damned. You don't want to be an accomplice to a crime. No chance in hell. David seems to have been caught off guard by your answer. But why? I don't get it. You've always helped me out no matter what. Dude, be serious. You're asking me to help you hide murder. Well, I guess I'll have to get rid of you too. The hell? David reaches out to you, but you dodge him. You run up the stairs, thinking of getting out of here as soon as possible. Hey, don't run! Before you can touch the door, David grabs you by the back of your collar and pulls. You lose your balance and without much support, fall down the stairs. What? I didn't mean to! You hit your head and you feel yourself expire. Yep, that's how you died. Not by your best friend's hands. Well, technically you did die by his hands, but it was an accident. Even David regrets having made such a mistake. That's just how it is. Sometimes your friend kills you with a knife. Sometimes he makes you stumble back and break your neck. Isn't friendship amazing? Ending 5. At least you're no longer a doormat. Fine, I guess I'll help him. You decide that helping him would be for the best. Although you are very disappointed in your friend. David? Yeah? How are you always so stupid and wasteful? You don't care about the guy your friend murdered. You care about how much of a waste this is. You approach the body, inspecting the wounds and the damaged parts. Yeah, we could take that and use that. What are you mumbling about? David, this is a great business venture. We can get rich if we sell this guy's organs. I don't know if that's viable. He's been dead for a while. Then let's kill someone new. He seems to be thinking it over. Finally, a smile graces his face, and you smile back, and so you decide on a plan. The two of you end up starting a business idea. You immediately get a lot of customers. It's hard work and sometimes it gets really messy, but you're having a blast. You're very grateful that you discovered a new talent with David. He's also very grateful that you had such a wonderful idea. Apparently, you were meant to be an entrepreneur. The best part, you no longer have to stress about finding a job. Ending 4. Congrats on the new job. So that was what friends are for. Really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys do want to play this for yourselves, link to the game will be in the description below. And God, I love the humor in this game. Like, I really need more crack games like these. We really don't have enough crack games out there. And to be fair, like, the whole reason why I wanted to pick up this game in the first place was because David was cute. Like, come on, you can't look at this and tell me you don't want a piece of that. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all have a lovely rest of the day. And, as always, I'll be seeing you in the next video. This is Lion, signing off. Ciao.